Good. You're on the road.
What's that?
Go. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good morning, YouTube. I wanted to do a video, and a little bit different this time. This is gonna be like a little bit of an intro video of kind of what I was looking for out of the van, and then what I like to do is I don't want to call it a final build-out walkthrough, just because I don't consider the van done. It's very close to where I had intended it to be, but there'll always be, you know, tweaking and all that kind of stuff in it. So let me go through my points really quickly of what I was looking for out of the van, out of the vehicle. As I've had in the past, I've had a road truck camper van, and then I've also had a truck. I've had a truck camper, and just kind of from what I've learned, these were the things that I wanted out of this particular, basically self-built camper van. I wanted it to fit in a regular parking spot, so that means that I had to get a particular size van. Where we live, we don't have, you know, camping right on the beach, or we don't have big, you know, huge, you know, RV parking lots or whatever. So I wanted to have a van that would actually fit in a regular parking spot, and this one does. Actually, it's actually shorter than a Suburban. It is shorter than a Toyota Tundra. So the footprint of it is very it's actually not that long. Well, not as long as a, you know, most campers. It is tall. It's with the what I'm going to show you on the top with the roof rack and whatnot. It's 9 feet tall. So it does have some height to it, which is nice because it allows us to, you know, I mean, stand up inside. Okay, so on to the next one. So I wanted it to at least sleep 4. I wanted it to seat belt 4. We have 4 people in our family, so that was kind of bare minimum. I wanted it to be solar powered, so it could be, you know, we could take it off grid, and we can stay off grid if we want. I wanted it to have good or at least decent gas mileage. This particular vehicle, I get, you know, if I'm not, you know, driving, you know, on the freeway, if I'm not driving too fast, you know, I'm getting above 20 miles per gallon, which is actually better than my old Toyota Tacoma, without the camper on it. So there's that. I wanted it to be multifunctional. The way that the van was built out, you know, or the way that I wanted the van to be built out, was I wanted the beds to be able to come out. In fact, the cabinets and storage along the sides of the van, they actually come out. I actually recently, you know, this last weekend, I actually took them both out, cleaned all behind it, and then I put some extra little things in it that I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave them in the van while I was doing them. Just because they would have really caused a mess. And so the way that I made the van, or made the storage along the sides of the van, was so that I could actually take the storage out. So I wanted to be multifunctional. I mean, you know, some days not some days, but not for my job or anything like that. But you know, one day I may be having to carry a washer and dryer. Well, I actually did that in this van. You know, most days it's carrying surfboards or like a stand-up paddleboard down on the beach and back, and being able to allow those to ride inside. Long boards, short boards, everything. And have them ride inside. That way I don't have to put them on the roof, worry about them getting stolen, anything like that. Essentially what it amounts to is a truck bed, or having a truck bed. So from the front of the van, just behind the seats, to the rear of the van, it's a 10 foot by 6 foot footprint on the inside, and so that's the amount of space that I was working with. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted in the van was I wanted a space on the roof rack. Again, you know, that's space for all different types of stuff. So I wanted to be able to put a roof rack on it. The camper van that I had before this. It had the roof was very curved, and it would really, to put a roof rack on it would just really not have been that feasible. The next thing is, you know, really one of the main reasons I went with a van versus like a truck camper or even a Class B or a Class A was definitely out of the picture. Is all of the, you know, a lot of the features I get debated, you know, on YouTube about truck camper versus camper van or Class B, whatever. My main ones that I would probably look at are either a very small Class B, maybe like a 22 to 24 foot Class B. I'm not Class B, Class C, versus a Class B, which is basically a van, and then a truck camper. Truck camper is really out for me. I like the idea of being able to, you know, be laying in the bed or being in the coach, as they call it, and being able to walk right up to the front seats, and then being able to just drive away. In truck camper, you know, you can't do that unless you have something like I don't know, I guess the Earthwormers do that. They have this sort of walk through, you know, from the front to the back. I don't think very many truck campers really have that. It's a very separated camper versus the driving area. This we can actually turn. I actually, in this particular setup, in this van, I turned the front driving seats into a bed, as well as the rear driving seats get actually, they're not rear driving seats, but the rear passenger seats also get turned into a bed. So it really, like in a space this small, you really have to kind of really utilize the space for like different things. So that is essentially, let me make sure I got everything that I want to talk about in the intro. Those are all the features that I really wanted in this van. So now what I'd like to do is I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll splice this video together with what I like to do. The way I'm going to set this video up is I'm going to start with the exterior of the van. I'm going to walk through all the things that were added onto the van, and instead of just going with what changed in the van, I'm going to actually just walk through everything, so all the features out because I can't. It's been a while since I've done a video, maybe 2 or 3 months. I think 3 months from when I last looked at it. So I'd like to kind of just go through everything in the van, since this is kind of like I don't want to call it the final walkthrough, but that's kind of what it is. Final walkthrough before we leave on a big trip. So thanks a lot for tuning in, and I appreciate everyone who subscribed, and I hope this can help other people out that are doing the same thing. Thanks, and I'll splice this video together.